Hey, it's iEmpire here with Volume 5 of PlayStation 4 Hidden Gems. Thanks for stopping by. And real quick, if you like the content, you're finding games you want to add your own collection based on these videos, if you could please support the channel with likes and subscribes, I really appreciate it. Helps give the channel some exposure, hopefully some growth, and lets me know that you're interested in the Hidden Gem content. All right, that said, I got 5 fun games to go over today. And the first one, the weird one, we'll do that one first. This is a voyeur game called Do Not Feed the Monkeys. It's a voyeur simulator. So it's a point and click adventure slash management slash resource management game, and it's done in a cartoon pixel art style. So the premise of it's real simple. You join this club called the Primate Observation Club. It's a smart aleck term for watching people, and you're watching them through hidden cameras in their apartments. And the only rule is that you cannot interact or help the people in the game, or can you, or will you? It's an interesting concept to let you find that out on your own. This is the collector's edition. You can just buy the base game, but inside here is a t-shirt, a pin, and a notebook. So you've got a computer room in your apartment and then a bedroom slash dining room. So in this game, you start out with a couple of cages and you're observing people, kind of finding out what their routines are in that, and you observe them at different times to see if there's anything new, odd, or interesting going on in there. And you can do things like eavesdrop. You can click on objects in their apartment. You listen for keywords that you can look up on your computer. And being you're a new member, you're on probation, and you periodically get checked on. They'll ask you for specific information from specific cages, and you can earn money that way too. The other side of things with the management part of it is you have to manage your hunger, sleep, and earning money. So there's side jobs that you can take on. You have to be able to pay for your rent and your food. And it all takes away from your primary objective of the observation. So it's a really interesting concept. They throw in things like a crazy landlady and weird neighbors and stuff. Really interesting experience. Highly recommend it. So here's the trailer for Do Not Feed the Monkeys.
Tired of your mundane life? Got nothing to do? Money troubles? Not anymore. Become a member of the Primate Observation Club. Watch dozens of primates in their natural habitat from the comfort of your own home. Want to see more monkeys? We have no shortage of them. You can watch them all day long. Observe the monkeys' routines, their intimate moments, and their secrets. But always remember rule number 1. Do not feed the monkeys.
All right, next title is called Fury Unleashed. And this is a single or local co-op, side-scrolling run and gun or roguelike. I just picked this up on Amazon. It was $15 or $20. I own it digitally on the Switch. I hate physical games, but sometimes games are like $2 or $3 on sale. You can't beat it. And I really like the game, so I wanted to own a physical copy of it. It's got a nice slipcover on it. Anyway, it follows the story of Fury. He's a once very famous action cartoon hero. It also follows the story of his creator, the artist, who is in his creative slump. And Fury and the creator really want Fury to return to his former fame and glory. So the chapters in the game are randomly generated, thus the roguelike. And the gameplay takes place in these cartoon panels. But the combat in the game is a lot of fun, spot on, very fluid. And you have melee and ranged weapons in the game. And he's very fast and fluid himself. He can like jump, dash, do a ground slam and that. And there's a real flow to the combat. And one of the hooks of the game are combos. So you want to string together as many combos as you can because you earn in-game currency called black ink. And you use that to buy different things to help your gameplay and your runs. During your run, there's also a lot of weapons and armor that you'll find on the ground and from enemies, and you'll definitely find something that fits your playstyle. Nice variety of enemies in the game. There's like machines and creatures and humans to fight, and then you'll meet the boss at the final comic panel. There's a lot of NPCs in the game that'll give you these skill challenges, and they give you an opportunity to earn or reward you with upgrades that'll help you in your runs as well. Visually, a really good looking game. I think it has a Metal Slug kind of look to it. Nice looking game, but it's a good story. It's got a really good character in the game and fun, addictive gameplay. So let's check out the trailer for Fury Unleashed.
days of my glory, I was king-killing monsters, exterminating bosses, saving the world. All of that thanks to my creator. And now he is losing his faith in me. I have to find out why and prove him wrong. I will fall,
but also rise again. Stronger every time. I will adapt to the world changing around me.
No enemy will stand in my way when I'll unleash my fury.
Next game is a turn-based tactical strategy RPG called Fell Seal. And this game has a fantastic story and some really great gameplay. So it takes place in a world, oh, by the way, it's reminiscent of prior titles like Final Fantasy Tactics and Vandal Hearts. So this takes place in a world where immortals rule the land. They're not really immortal, but they live a long time. And their reign is enforced with arbiters. They enforce the law and order. And the story follows a character named Kyrie, who is an arbiter. And she's investigating corruption within the inner circle of the immortals. And the story goes on from there. But it's a really great story. It's got political intrigue, betrayal, the consequences of unchecked authority, and just a lot of different plots and subplots in the game. And it's got a really great cast of characters, and they have really good backstories. So you can choose from a pre-made character or create your own character. And one of the nice hooks in the game is that, so you got different classes, typical, you got healer, ranger, magic, and a knight. But you can assign them sub-jobs. And the more you advance your character, the more sub-jobs that your character can take on. So you can be a knight that has a sub-job of a healer, and then you can add magic to that. So there's tons of customization in this game. It's really great. Combat in the game is turn-based grid, and you can progress your characters through buying, crafting, or looting different equipment in that. The combat maps are really nice, and there's actually verticality to some of them with ladders and portals and things like that. And the tactical gameplay, and it's great, not just playing off to the strengths of each of your characters, but a lot of times you're outnumbered in the game, and you're going to need to be able to isolate or flank your enemies. So it takes a lot of foresight and strategy in the game. But it's a really beautiful looking game, really well done, and it's probably one of the best stories that I've played in an RPG in a while. So let's check out the trailer for Fell Seal. Alright, next game is called Cannon Dancer, and this is another game that I got real cheap on the Switch for a couple bucks, and I really wanted to have a physical copy of it. And this is a 2D side-scrolling action platformer, and it was once originally an arcade machine title back in the 90s, and then in 2023 it got a PS4 physical release. So it's a cool chance to play a rare arcade title back from the day. And this is a typical kind of revenge story. You've got a authoritarian government, corrupt authoritarian government. You've got this crazy sorceress who's trying to unleash all this hell on Earth. So this government director approaches you and says, "Hey, I really want to make a difference," and he wants to hire you from your mercenary group. You can color a picture if you want. And it's a revenge story. Kieran, the main protagonist of the game, is left for dead, and it's just revenge on everybody. So Kieran is a martial arts master, and so the combat has like different martial arts styles to it, and there's lots of different techniques and abilities in the game. And there's some really cool special moves that you can pull off, like sliding kicks, throws that you can do, and then these really awesome screen clearing attacks that you can do. So being that it was an arcade title, there's 6 stages to it, with a nice variety of locations to it. And the re-release of this, because it was an arcade title, there weren't saves, so they added saves to it. There's a rewind feature in it. You can customize your controls, and it's got some graphical filters that you can add to it if you want. And it also has a challenge mode with no saves. So pretty cool title. Again, it's a nice chance to play a rare arcade title. So here's the trailer for Cannon Dancer. All right, our last game today is called Tartarus Key. And this is a first-person puzzle suspense thriller style game. And it is inspired by PS1 games of that era. It has a low-poly art style that you'll instantly recognize from the PlayStation 1 era. It's just done fantastic. It just takes you back to that era. It's really, it brings a smile to your face. And don't underestimate the game just because it's based on that art style, because it still delivers one heck of an experience. So you play as Alex, who wakes up in an apparently abandoned mansion, and he's locked inside a room. Then you realize that there's somebody else somewhere in the mansion that's locked up inside a room via a two-way radio that you have. And then you realize that your every move is being monitored by cameras. So the goal of the game is to make it out of the mansion alive by solving puzzles that are literally life and death. And of course, to find out the mystery of this mansion and who's responsible for what's going on. You're also going to be finding others that are trapped inside the house and your attempts to save them. Whether you're successful or not will be determined in your gameplay, but it will affect the story. And there's 3 different endings in the game. The puzzles in the game are really well done. They vary in complexity and in form. Like some are based on math or memory or finding objects, things like that. And, the game isn't scary. It's not intended to be. It's more about giving you a thriller suspense experience, and it delivers really well between the graphics, the sound design, the soundtrack. Just so well done. There's also NPCs to meet in the game that add a lot to the character and experience of the game. Like some are funny, some are creepy, some are weird. They add a whole lot to the character of the game. But a really great experience. It highly deserves a spot in your library. So let's check out the trailer for Tartarus Key. All right, that's it for Volume 5 of PlayStation 4 Hidden Gems. Thanks a lot for watching. Hope you enjoyed the game selection today. Like I said earlier, if you enjoy the content, you're finding games to buy for your library based on these videos, please support the channel by giving a like and subscribe to help it out. And until the next one, take care, may you be blessed, and I am out of here. See you on the next one.